Yo, what's going on, guys? So the Skate 4 developers have been catching a little bit of heat recently with the recent bug fix patch they added to the game, and I want to show you guys the reason why and what people are talking about and what the reason for all this drama is with this game. So this tweet right here is what everybody is talking about. In update 0.28, a bug was introduced in the granting of rip chips and experience through challenges that gave more rip chips and less experience than intended. With this recent update 0.28.5, this bug was fixed, which now has the intended grants. We've added detailed information to the patch notes below. So what they're saying, guys, is they have adjusted the experience and rip chips that you get from challenges, and let me show you guys here in the game. So when you hover over challenges, you get experience for your district, which is on the left-hand side there, and you get rip chips on the right-hand side there. A lot of people notice that these numbers have changed in their update. This is what the tweet is all about. The tweet is talking about how they adjusted the economy of the game, but they didn't really tell players about that in the patch notes. Let me play for you guys this clip right here from my stream yesterday when I noticed this one little line that was very vague in the middle of the patch notes. They fixed the store. Fixed issues with Skate Pass menu navigation. Like where you would press up and down in the menu, it would go different directions. Fixed the reward payouts, scaling, and item rarity. Wait, what do you mean you fixed them? You fixed the reward payouts, scaling, and item rarity. Oh man. I only imagine it got worse. What do you mean you fixed it, though? It's probably giving you guys too much stuff. So while I do appreciate the patch notes and the information that they give us, they're very, very vague on a lot of things. And this specific line right here caught my attention because adjusting the economy and the experience and the points that you receive from challenges directly affects the gameplay of the player. I found this to be a big deal because they didn't really talk about it too much in the patch notes. So what I did was I looked at my old videos. So here's a video of myself from last week doing challenges. And this is the experience and rip chips that you would get from last week's challenges. I wasn't doing any challenges at all because I felt like it was just pointless. I was losing out on points. So these changes will affect players differently depending on what level you're at. If you are a new player to the game and you're still leveling up your districts, this is kind of a decent change for you because it actually lets you level up quicker to level 10. You get more experience per challenge for your districts, and that way it'll help you level up quicker in your districts, but you do actually get less loot boxes. That they're harder to get. If you're level 10, 10, 10 in your districts though, this change actually nerfed you a ton because you don't actually get any experience anymore. You already maxed out your districts, and they just made getting loot boxes 4 times harder to get now, basically, for you. So essentially what just happened yesterday, guys, was supposed to be a bug fix or a glitch fix to fix the games and the bugs that are plaguing the game, you know, fixing the co-op bonus bug, breaking the game, fixing like different bugs and stuff. But what they actually did was they made the grind for players 4 times harder to do. And they do state that this was a bug and it shouldn't have been in the game, which does suck. So ever since this game has been released on September 16th, apparently the rip chip thing has been a bug. I thought it was a feature because it was great. I thought it was a good change for players because it made the game fun to play. It made it feel rewarding. A lot of games, they do like double XP weekend, you know, where you log in for the weekend, you get double experience. This game has been locked on double XP since release, essentially, and now they're taking it away. So maybe, yes, it is a bug, but since it's been there since the release of the game, it's pretty much just a feature because people have only been playing this way. They haven't been played with the other intended featured way. I don't know. So this payout is good if you're a new player to the game. If you're a fresh account, it helps you level up faster, I guess. You get less loot boxes, so you get less clothing, unfortunately. So you don't have as much customization as easily off the bat. But if you are like a level 10, 10, 10 or like a high level player and you're trying to reach, you know, 11k rip score for the platinum trophy, that just became extremely tough to do because the only way for you to level up is to open up loot boxes, right? And the loot boxes just became 3 or 4 times more expensive in terms of how much time you have to invest to unlock the currency to get them. Like, for example, this challenge right here will award you roughly 45 rip chips, whereas just yesterday, this same challenge would have awarded you 100 rip chips. That just means every single day, you unlock probably less than half the amount of loot boxes that you were unlocking just yesterday. That is it for today's video. I just want to touch on a bit of news and what people are kind of talking about, like what this drama is all about, you know. A small little day of nothing turned out to be like the biggest change that you can ever imagine, and I don't know why. I think they kind of dug themselves into a hole a little bit because this probably is a bug, but they're just so slow to act on these bugs that You know, a bug that's been there for 2 months since the release of the game is not really a bug anymore. That's a feature. And they should really just put it back and adjust their game around how it was. But other than that, guys, that's it for today's video. That's the whole drama. That's just what happened. They're just not very clear with their patch notes, is the summary. I like how they have patch notes. I like how they have weekly updates and stuff. They just need to be more clear and direct about exactly what's happening, especially if it affects player gameplay, because if it affects, you know, our time in the game and how much time we spend, you want to be, you know, told about that, because if they don't tell us, it just feels like they're not really respecting our time. They just, you know, that's pretty much it. That's it for me, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll be live on Twitch playing Skate, you know, today on Twitch and YouTube, so come by the channel, and I'll catch you guys next video. All right, later.